Carly Pearce is one of country music's brightest rising stars. She has a brand new album coming out this week called Hummingbird. And unfortunately, in recent weeks and months, she's been going through a lot of really difficult times, including a very serious health diagnosis related to her heart, which she's opened up about. She's gone through a divorce several years ago. She wrote an album about that. But now she's facing some really serious allegations from some of her fans who were really angry about a recent post she made, accusing her of secretly being a Satan worshiper. And she is holding nothing back in her response to these serious claims from some of her fans. And we're going to take a look at that in just a moment. But first, I want to look at the recent health diagnosis that she's faced and how she's dealing with that. It's a very serious heart condition while you're in the midst of trying to write, record, release, promote, and tour in support of a brand new album. This is why you can't take your health for granted. Carly Pearce seemingly in great health prior to this, and now she's got to manage that while everything else is going on in her life, including these allegations that she is a Satan worshiper. Let's take a look. So this is from the Tennessean. It says, Carly Pearce reveals ongoing health condition. What to know about pericarditis. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Let's learn about it here. It says that country music singer and songwriter Carly Pearce has shared details about an ongoing health condition. The 34-year-old singer said she'll continue performing, although those performances might look a bit different. She took to the Instagram to talk about what she's been going through, which has got to be terrifying. I mean, she's 34 years old. She's young, got her whole life ahead of her. She has an amazing career. And to be going through that, it's just heartbreaking to see anybody do that. And, you just can't take your health for granted. I mean, she seems like a very healthy person. And so let's take a look at this Instagram post. So here's what Carly had to say about the unfortunate health issues she's been dealing with.
Hey y'all, I have always been transparent and honest about every part of my life, so I feel like this deserves the same honesty. You guys know that I've been dealing with some health issues, and through that I have developed something called pericarditis, which is a heart issue. And I've been working with doctors and talking to my cardiologist, and I still want to be out on the road. It's really important to me, but we have all decided that it is in my best interest as I'm healing to alter my shows a little bit. So if my shows look a little bit different, just know it's because I have to keep my heart rate under control right now. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be completely fine. It just means right now I've got to really take this seriously. And so if you're coming to the shows, if you are going to be a part of any of the amazing things we have going on with Hummingbird, it is all going to be great. It just might look a little different. So I'm asking for a little bit of grace. And truly, more importantly, if any of you are dealing with any kind of health stuff or aren't, I'm a young, healthy person that really watches what I eat and exercises, and this happened to me. And so I just want to use my platform to tell you to take care of your body and listen to it, and just know that if it's trying to tell you something, it's going to tell you. So I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.
So it's very unfortunate there to see Carly Pearce dealing with that. She's exercising, doing all the right things, trying to balance her career. And as she said, she's asking for some grace from her performances. Very reasonable. And again, it says a lot about her that she's even doing the show. A lot of artists would cancel the shows for less, and she's got this album, Hummingbird, coming out this week. So you can just tell what her career means to her, because in some ways she's taking a risk. You can't get great medical care when you're out there on the road touring, and it's just not an easy thing to deal with. So this, though, is a particularly interesting situation where there are a lot of people, while she's dealing with that, which is a lot to deal with. She's being very professional. I'm sure it's upsetting to her personally, but publicly she's putting on this strong face to her fans. So in addition to dealing with all of that, she has to deal with this situation where people are accusing her of covertly being a Satanist. Now, are there people possibly like that? Sure, I bet there are. But in the case of Carly Pearce, it seems like there are people that are just giving her shit over nothing. Let's take a look at this. So this is the picture in question. And if you look at the bottom, there are what appears to be 3 6s. And this immediately led to a lot. It's not just a few people. There are a ton of people in the comments based on this picture where she's expressing that she had a great time at CMA Fest, that she's covertly messaging to the audience that she's worshiping Satan. And let's take a look. Look very closely at it, though. This is the worst part about it all. Y'all, I'll be damned if that ain't a 668. It's not even 666. It's a 668. Look at it. And so you've got this musician who is trying to live her life and do her job and is going through a serious medical episode right now. And she's trying to keep her heart rate under. And she's got a bunch of fans turning on her in the comments over something that's not even true and doesn't even pass basic scrutiny. Not saying y'all shouldn't be out there criticizing people that are putting satanic messaging in what they're doing. I'm just saying you got to pick your spots, man. By all appearances, who appears to be a God-fearing woman. You'll see her message in just a moment. And she is seems to be a great person, a great professional, well-respected by her peers, great musician. And she's got to deal with this on the week of her album coming out. It's very unfortunate. And she is responding to it. She's making herself clear. And also, again, if she was covertly a Satanist, why would she be saying this? Here is what Carly Pearce had to say about this crazy situation that I actually feel really bad for her having to deal with this. Take a look. She fired back at this on this post on social media. She said, I've seen too many comments about this being some sort of a hint towards 666 or Satan to not comment. First of all, I was at the parking spot for my tour bus at CMA Fest, and I believe it is 668. It is 668. It's not even that. She said, I'm a devout Christian who takes pride in using my platform to point people towards Jesus. So for anyone wondering, there are absolutely zero underlying messages except a girl excited to be on the big stage. Oh, and I just want to add, I got this wrong. Hummingbird is out everywhere now. It came out last week, not this week. So she's dealing with this while she's promoting this new record. The new album is out. She's got Chris Stapleton on the record. It's a good new record. I just listened to a little bit of it. I'm going to check more of it out. But I think there's a fair compromise for all those people who have falsely labeled her as a Satanist. If you're reasonable and you really want to know the truth, and she has dispelled this, it wasn't even, you can look at the picture and just zoom in and tell it's not 666. Now y'all got to reverse that and go stream her new record. I know your intentions are good. I know you're trying to figure out who's real and who's fake, and that is important. You do want to figure out who the real artists are that are worth supporting and who are the fake, like, industry plant types. Totally understand that. I think Carly Pearce, though, is not out here trying to be a Satanist. I just don't believe that, not even for a second. I think she's a good person, and I just don't like when you get it wrong and you've got a good person who's being punished for something she didn't even do. Anyhow, y'all, let me know what you think about this in the comments. I thought this was interesting, and check out her new record, Hummingbird, out everywhere now. That is your latest update here from CountryCast. Appreciate y'all tuning in as always, and be sure to hit that subscribe button with notifications on for the latest news and updates.